One of the longest standing rules that I think about in development, and when I say rule, I mean rule. It's not necessarily a rule or a law in place, but it's merely the fact that if you're looking at a market rate project in a capitalist system, which we're in the United States, that's all projects that aren't subsidized or publicly funded. But for a market rate project, there's one truth that kind of rules the whole development process, and that is if you can't get the rent, you can't build the building. And when I use the word rent, I also mean price. So you can be talking about either one, either it's a for sale product or a for rent product. But it remains true that if you can't get the rent, you can't build the project. And so that really truly means that at the end of the day, the rents in a market determine whether you can build a project or not. If a project will go forward, what type of project it can be, what types of finishes, how much risk you have to take to carry through the project. And this is a rule that comes from the Incremental Development Alliance, and it's I believe it was John Anderson who coined the term or the phrase that if you can't get the rent, you can't build the building. So the number one rule in any development project, and if you're on the consulting side or the design side, that's something you've got to remember. There's every kind of option in the world, but at the end of the day, if you can't get the rent, you can't build the building. Something to remember always.